Hello everyone. In this video, I will be discussing the second learning objective of chapter 4, that is understanding types of business research. So on the basis of the purpose of the research, we can differentiate business research into three categories. These are exploratory research, descriptive research, and causal research. So first of all is exploratory research. If you can remember, we discussed about ambiguous situation in the last video, where I have said that a situation is ambiguous when researcher does not have a very clear idea what the problem is, does not have a very clear actionable research objective. In this type of ambiguous situation, exploratory research is conducted. So keeping in mind that exploratory research's objective is not to provide a solution to a problem, rather exploratory research is conducted to clarify the situation, to discover new ideas, or to provide more understanding about the research issue. So exploratory research doesn't provide a solution, a complete solution to a business research issue. Rather, it creates a foundation for further research. The next one is descriptive research. Descriptive research is a research that is conducted to describe something. Now, this something can be objects, can be people, can be groups, can be organizations, can be environments. For example, if you do a research to explain the demographic characteristics of the students of GSBS 6002 Foundations of Business Analysis, that will be a descriptive research. If you conduct a research to explain the results of a population census, that will be a descriptive research. The third one is causal research. Causal research is conducted to find out a cause and effect relationship. That means if a certain variable has an effect on another variable, like a CEO of a company resigns and share price of the company declines. Chef of a restaurant is changed, number of customer declines. So are there cause and effect relationship? That will be identified by causal research. Now, to have this cause and effect relationship, three conditions should be met. These are temporal sequence, concomitant variation, and non-spurious association. Temporal sequence means there should be an order of events. That means the cause should occur first, that will be followed by the effect. As I was saying, that CEO resigns first, then share price declines. That is temporal sequence. Chef of a restaurant is removed, number of customers declined. Temporal sequence. Concomitant variation is when there is no time order of events. That means cause and effect doesn't have a time order, rather cause and effect simultaneously occur. For example, a university is offering more online courses, so it's having less number of students in conventional courses. So this is concomitant variation. Non-spurious association means when we say that there is a cause and effect relationship, we need to ensure that this relationship is not caused by any other variables. For example, as I was saying, that there is a cause and effect relationship because as the CEO of a company resigns, the share price declines. So cause and effect relationship because investors had confidence on this CEO because he has been running the company very well for the last few years. So when CEO of the company resigns, they lose confidence on the management and they sell shares, as a result share price decline. So there is a cause and effect relationship. However, it might be possible that CEO of the company resigns, but at the same time there was some other macroeconomic negative news in the market that actually affected share price, not the resignation of the CEO. So when we find out this type of cause and effect relationship, we need to ensure that this relationship is not spurious, that relationship is not caused by some other variables. We will be discussing about this non-spurious association more in some later chapters. This is an example from your textbook. You can go through this example. Now, this cause and effect relationship that I was talking about can take different forms. For example, it can be absolute causality or conditional causality or contributory causality. Absolute causality is the cause is necessary and sufficient for the effect. Let's take an example. Smoking causes cancer, a very common wisdom. Now the question is there an absolute causality? If all the smokers get cancer due to smoking, then it will be an example of absolute causality, because smoking is necessary and sufficient to bring the effect. However, as we all know that all smokers do not get cancer, it means that there may not be an absolute causality. It might be an example of conditional causality. Conditional causality means the cause is necessary but not sufficient for the effect. So, smoking causes cancer. Smoking is necessary for cancer. However, it may be mediated by some other factors, for example, diet, lifestyle, food habit, or some other factors. So if smoking causes cancer with the help of these other factors, then it will be an example of conditional causality. Then what about contributory causality? Question is smoking causes cancer, diet or lifestyle, they contributes to this cancer, but they themselves cannot cause cancer. That is the example of conditional causality. However, if the case is smoking causes cancer, at the same time other factors also causes cancer, then all of these factors have contributory causality on the effect. That means smoking has contributory causality on the effect, and other factors like lifestyle and diet, they also have causal effect. Keep it in mind, under conditional causality, smoking is necessary condition. Other factors cannot cause cancer. Other factor helps smoking to cause cancer. However, in case of contributory causality, smoking causes cancer and other factors also causes cancer. Keep it in mind, this contributory causality is most common in the real life. To find out this cause and effect relationship, sometimes we conduct experiments. The experiments are the carefully controlled study where we manipulate our cause. That means we change our cause variable to see if it has an impact on the effect. For example, we can do an experiment for different level of smoking. What is the effect on cancer? Then it will be an experiment. So experimental variable is the cause that is being manipulated to see the impact on the effect. And manipulation means when we change the level of a variable to see if the effect changes. Test market is also a sort of experiment. However, it is conducted on a real market situation. For example, let's say McDonald's conduct a test market. They want to introduce a new product. So they select some particular outlets and introduce the product in that outlets and conduct a survey that what is the impact of this new product on the sales of these particular outlets. So this is actually a test market, an experiment conducted in the real market situation. So this is the end of learning objective 2. Please see the next video for a discussion on learning objective 3. Thank you.